Hot damn. Now that's my kind of cringe. Okay, so who's gonna come? Who wants to come? Oh, I'm bisexual. That's fine. We are now a dating advice channel. Who wants to come to Discord to be the first contestant on Ask Liv? Should we call it Ask Liv? What should we call it? It could be tea time too. Tell it like it Liz. Who's Liz, Cap? Who cares? Clickbait. Charlie, I'm so done with you. What the hell? No one would ever get mad at you. This is a happy place. This is the happiest place on earth. This is Livercorn Island, aka our little slice of lumpia, aka the fruit bowl. It has a lot of names, but what we do here is sparkle, shine, and call everything hot. Super hot. There is no room for sadness, only goodness, because anyone who ends up here must be a frickin' rock star. Babs is your boo. Aw, lucky you. She's such a little snack. Freaking love her. Okay, I'm going to Discord. We're gonna have our first segment of Tell It Like It Liz. Make the full title Tell It Like It Liz. Wait, who? That would be so long. That would be the name of the podcast, but it would be though. Who needs dating advice? Not me, I'm single. Oh, I'm a single, ladies. Just hop in the Discord. What's the weirdest smell you've ever smelled? Probably one of my really weird farts. You always have a fart that just smells so weird and you're like, what the fuck did I eat? I mean, if I farted. You know girls don't fart. If I farted, the answer would be a really weird fart. Or someone else's fart. Nani? Cap, can you come to Discord, please? Caparino, Cappuccino, calling all Kappa Charlies. Oh my god, this is gonna be so fun. I don't have anything prepared, so if it's really bad, then sorry about it. Yo, what's up, Cap? Oh my god, it's time. You're so cute. Are you doing No Shave November? Okay, so first, before we get started, here's a message from our sponsors. Then let me add this Discord window so everyone can see your beautiful face. Yeah, but you look great, so there you are. Oh, because I have to pop you out. This is gonna get pretty thirsty. I mean, I'm always thirsty. Yeah, of course it is. It's a dating podcast. So definitely thirsty. I have to do my intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first ever episode of Tell It Like It Liz, ellipses who. My name is Liv, not Liz, not Lynn, and you guys have officially been sparkled, whatever that means. Wait, did you get a haircut, Charlie? Your hair looks different. I don't know, I notice haircuts, because I like your face and I like your head, so I look at it. No way, man. Oh wait, here we go, boom. I got you, let's go. Oh, you're so big. Yeah, I got you. I worked out one time. I said what I said. Oh, okay, thank you, Mondo. I'm still, sorry, I didn't even do a real intro. I said they got sparkled, whatever that means. I didn't mean it. Yeah, maybe you should get a blanket, too, I don't know. Oh, frame drop. I love that about you. Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay. Okay, sorry. Thank you for bearing with me, Charlie, as we set up. Okay, so welcome everybody to the first episode of Tell It Like It Liz, ellipses who. My name is Liv, and this is Charlie. He's gonna be joining us for, and wait, oh my god, wow, the flip. I just can't believe I got so debated like that. Oh my god. Maybe I should just put us together in Discord. I got this. I'm winning at life. Oh, let's go! What's up? Now we're together. All right. It's going amazing. Thank you for coming to the show. Oh wait, no, I have to turn you up, I think. Or what? Okay, here we go. Welcome. Oh my dicks. What is happening? Okay. I can do this. I'm a winner. I can do it. Let's put the chat up here. Good? Or let's put it in the middle. Ah, that's where the notifications go. Never mind. Inspirational follow noti. Welcome to the Fruit Bowl. This is Charlie. My name is Liz, and we're getting started on Tell It Like It Liz. I can't. Oh wait, I have to turn you up, and then I'm done. Well, then we're starting. Okay, so you said something about yourself running rampant. What can we? Let's see. Oh, wait. My sound has been off this whole time, you guys. You guys haven't been hearing this music? Oh my god. No wonder they couldn't hear you. They couldn't hear anything you were saying.
No, but I was making so many jokes.
You were, and I feel horrible. This never happens.
We talked about my fangs. Now people just saw me acting weird on camera and didn't know anything about it. I was just being horny on main, and nobody knew what the fuck was going on.
I mean, we were here for it. Oh, you guys, I'm so sorry. So this is Charlie. Charlie has fangs. He got a haircut.
That's the important info.
Yeah, he was surprised that I knew he got a haircut for some reason.
It doesn't, I don't know, like, you notice more than I do. I forgot about it until you mentioned it.
Haircuts, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. All right, we're here. We're doing it. I really don't have an intro yet. I'm gonna have to work on it. But welcome everybody to the first episode of Ask Liv.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Look at that.
Okay.
Is the start of the ASMR relationship podcast.
Yes. Oh wow. Wouldn't that be something, guys? An ASMR relationship podcast. I'm gonna get my cat so that you feel more comfortable.
Oh, thank you.
This is my cat, Harmony.
Whoa. Oh shit. I wasn't ready.
Now you're comfortable. See how happy the cat is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's cool. Bringing it in.
Yeah.
It's relaxing me.
I actually don't like the color, so I'm just gonna take it off now.
And it's gone. There you go.
Yeah, just like that, it's gone. Okay. Welcome you guys to our first ever episode of Ask Liv. Ask Liz. I can't.
Ask Liv
Toast.
And Ask Liv. What the fuck is going on?
Yes, Ask Liv. Oh yeah. Oh, damn. Charlie made a really good joke about how he was Liz, and
I'm Liz.
He was gonna ask me questions, and that's why I was like, "Wow, debated." Okay, now that we're all caught up and Liv's a ding dong, you guys can hear Charlie now. So yeah, we're just gonna get started. This podcast is for relationship advice. So chat, if you have questions, ask them. Questions for Charlie. I don't know why I pointed at myself. Questions for Charlie.
Up here. It's me.
Yeah, my eyes are here. My eyes are up here.
Up here, guys. Up here. Yeah.
I'm just admiring the buttons on your shirt, Charlie.
No buttons.
They look so nice today.
You would know that if you weren't looking, up in my eyes, and I appreciate that. Oh,
Charlie,
we've already got a question. Jeez.
Do you think it's okay for women to have long, hairy legs showing? Delete. Nope, he has to answer. Let's go.
What do you mean, like, do I think it's okay? It's not really my choice. Like, why do I get a say? I'm just some guy.
Okay,
right?
So I'll break this down for you. Okay, fuck, hold on. This Christmas music is getting out of control. I don't know what the fuck.
I still can't.
It's so bad. Let's put on hip hop. Is that the vibe? That's the vibe. Ooh, okay.
Look at my face. Look at me as a person and know that
hip hop is the vibe. Okay, so let me break this down for you. I'm gonna give you. This is what this show is for. I'm going to give you the reason why this question would be asked. Okay, because a lot of people who have questions about dating don't know why they're asking these questions, or you're asking questions that probably you could rephrase. So the reason that I think Danny would ask this question, and this is all speculation, it's just my opinion. So welcome to Liv's opinion. I feel insecure when I don't shave my legs, and I'm around, somebody who's gonna be touching my legs. Makes sense, right? So like most people will be like, yeah, it's whatever, it's fine. Like your body, your choice, which is awesome. I love that attitude. But if it's like sincerely gonna gross somebody out, then I don't want to do it. But like your face, I am also lazy. I don't like to shave my legs every time I shower. Yeah. You know what I mean? I got shit to do. Like stare at the ground.
Exactly. Like I got stuff to do, like go into the washroom and wash my hands for the 8th time and look at my razor and go, not today.
Exactly. Because washing your hands is a lot of work anyway. Big
It
ups
is,
for
and by the
you.
time I do it, I'm tuckered out, and I'm like, "God, I gotta get back to bed. Like it's 2 p.m. and I'm still tired.
I gotta get back to bed.
I gotta get back to bed and do what I was meant to do. But in terms of the actual question, beyond like the nice guy answer, which is like, oh, like you should always do whatever you want. I would say, personally, the answer would be if it was something that made me uncomfortable. The expectation I feel like for the relationship, just as a baseline, would be, if I'm gonna ask you to do certain things because they make me uncomfortable, I should be in no way offended if you ask me certain things.
Okay.
Like if I'm gonna tell you that, hey, would you mind, like, we could even do it together as like a thing of shaving
We
your
could
legs,
shave together, and she'll shave your
Yeah.
back. Oh.
then like if I have back hair or chest hair or hair on my face that makes you uncomfortable, just throw it out there. Be like, dude, if you're gonna tell me this, get rid of that beard, and I never want to see it again. I'll be like, for sure.
But do you
'Cause I don't know.
think? I love that. Being honest, do you think this sets a precedence of, maybe trying to change the other person on that kind of baseline alone? Like, hey, if I'm gonna ask you to do something, you can ask me to do something. Like, where does it become too much? Where it's like you're constantly asking, like, oh, can you not like chew with your mouth open? Can you not snore at night? Or something.
That is where I feel like it comes to a point of, I keep looking up, like there's a cue card up here that's gonna tell me what to say.
You're doing awesome.
I feel like that's where the question more becomes, like, a lot of people ask, like, oh, what are you looking for in a partner in terms of their personality? What are
Okay,
you looking for in terms of relationship?
that makes
Like,
sense.
even if you and the other person want to get married, you might want a different type of marriage than that person. Like,
Charlie is single,
I-
by the way. Remember?
What?
Wait, are you single? I
Oh
forgot
no,
to
I'm
ask.
in a relationship.
Oh,
I'm in a
Charlie's not single. Charlie's not single.
I'm not single. These are relationship questions.
Okay, sorry.
but
I don't
for
know.
me-
Should we ask that? Do we have to ask that at the beginning? Like, is that something that's gonna make people uncomfortable?
I mean, people can ask me, like, single questions, but keep in mind it's going to be responses from a while ago.
Right. Okay, I feel that. Damn, Liv. Oh yeah, they were. Yeah, sorry. All the girls were trying to slide in your DMs. My bad. Sorry, guys.
shit.
Not single.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I should have prefaced. Hate
No,
to
that's
bait
okay.
you like that.
No, we don't. We don't mind because we're just talking here, and we appreciate your very candid responses. I think they're very thoughtful, and I think I get what you're saying about, like, it comes down to figuring out what you want in a partner. Well, let's go back. Actually. So, Charlie thinks.
Oh, there are 2 heater questions coming up that I want to answer after this.
Ooh. Okay. My message wasn't allowed. Oh, why wasn't your message allowed? Did it say something like bitch in it or something?
Oh yeah, what's the level of swearing?
This is an 18 plus stream, and I just read a story about somebody melting into a puddle of cum. Like, you can
Awesome.
Live your
So
life.
I threw fuck out earlier, and I was like, oh shit, is this the last time I'm ever gonna be here?
No, you're fine. Yeah, you're welcome to come back anytime, always. Man, could you imagine me arguing with somebody on this? I hope that doesn't happen, because I do argue sometimes. But anyway, I try to be respectful. Okay, so going back to the very first question, what do you personally want your partner to shave their legs? Are you sorry? Do I have to ask? Like, are you in a hetero relationship or?
I'm in a straight relationship.
Okay.
Yes. I
All right.
suppose.
So, you're would you feel comfortable in your own relationship asking your partner to shave their legs if they?
I'm pretty, like, this is not me trying to flex at all. I want that to be clear. Like, I am gonna be just deadpan that.
I mean, they're already throwing their
I-
panties at you. It's just.
Yeah, I really don't notice for quite a while. Like, my girlfriend is more likely to tell me that she needs to shave her legs than me to notice.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But like, she'll be like, feel my legs. Like, I haven't shaved in so long. I'm like, that's not bad. Like, you don't really need to be worried about that. But if it did get long to a point where I felt uncomfortable, I'd probably give it like 2 weeks before I asked. Like I'd get to the point where I felt uncomfortable, and then I'd wait and like try and build up the confidence, because it scares me, to say something like that, to be like, hey, like there's this thing, because I don't want to feel like I'm forcing them to change or anything. At the same time, like if it is getting to a point where I'm like, I would prefer the other way, then I would wait 2 weeks past that to say something.
So basically, you'd wait 2 years.
Yeah, I'd wait until I was on my deathbed, and my final words would be,
By the way,
I
can you
love
shake
you.
your legs?
You probably should have, I should have said something.
I probably should have said something. Well, if you're
And
still
they'll
with them, you
die.
must really love them.
I fall in love with people super easily, which could be some other questions, but my current girlfriend, I told her I loved her in the first 2 weeks. So,
How many people are actually in that boat, like in chat? Because I'm personally definitely in that boat, and like, I'm so unapologetic about it. Like, I will sit and like, I told Kale whenever we first met. Like, I remember telling him too. I was like, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if you think it's weird. I know I'm in love with you. And like, that's how I said I love you. I'm like, I don't care what anyone says. I was like, and he wasn't disagreeing with me at all. But like, it was just like, I don't know. I get that way so easily. And I just like, I love really hard. And I guess, I don't know, maybe that's why. Maybe you and I connected sort of a little because we're just both very like loving. I don't know.
I don't think it should be like, you get into a bit of trouble where it's like, when you
Who's
love
getting
somebody
in
super
trouble?
fast, I don't know how you feel about it, but when you love someone really fast, you get to a point later on where it's like, I love you more than I did at first, but I don't know how to express it beyond that, because there's not many more words that mean something more than like I love you. Like, you get to a bit of a wall where it's like, I don't know how to further express through words specifically that I care for you so much.
I think you find ways. Is this an area you feel like you're currently lacking in, or?
Not recently, but like in the past. Like, I think when we got to like
Can I ask
Sick.
how long you and your girlfriend have been together?
this time,
Oh, is there
Um,
tea?
I've been with this person on and off for 3 years.
What's the longest you've been together straight? Like,
Currently, which is, I think, oh no, I think we made it to 1 year. The
okay.
problem is that because I don't go to university in my town, it's a long distance relationship sometimes, which is very difficult, you guys.
Oh, we had to talk about this. Liv does not do long distance.
It's not easy.
Aww.
And it caused a lot of issues. So it's like, when I come back from school, things are really good. But then the question becomes, are we going to do this again? Are we going to try for like the 4th time to do long distance? Yeah.
So you basically just been breaking up every time you go to college, or?
Like, the first few times we tried, and then like I made some big mistakes, and like just wasn't acting how I wanted to be, and my mental health took a huge dip. And it's just like, it really fucks you up, you guys. Like, you got to be prepared.
But even when you think you're prepared, you can't even prepare, you know?
Yeah, but if you're not prepared, holy shit, you're not ready.
Aw. Can we get a goodbye to Dabby real quick? Dab Pew, thank you for stopping by. Came by through, we met at Babs. Can we get a shout out for Dab Pew, please? And a shout out for Babasaurus with 2 eyes. Sorry, I just want to make sure I say goodnight to you. Thank you so much for being here and listening to our podcast. But yes, back to Charlie. I definitely fully understand that, and to the point where if me personally, if I was put in that situation, I would just be like, I'm not. Like, I would think about it, and I would think about preparing for it, and then I would be like, no. No. And
I
that's
just
why
want to.
I'm here.
Oh, sorry. I just
you're
want to
fine.
round off some quick questions, because people sent these ages ago, and I don't.
Oh
want
yeah,
it to
you
feel
said you
like...
wanted to get to them. I was gonna ask what they were because I missed them.
I'm gonna do some quick answers, and then if you find something that you think is interesting, you can ask me about it.
Okay.
How would you get out of a bad relationship? That's really tough because a lot of people are going to tell you that there are simple steps, but the reason it's toxic because it's not easy. If it was easy, it wouldn't be happening. So I feel like just like with trying to escape, like falling into a pit with mental health, it takes a lot of perseverance and things like making a plan and having it fail and still holding on and keep trying.
That's
to
kind
get
of
up.
what I was gonna move into after you're talking about the long distance thing. Just purely for the fact that mental health is huge, and like you can't stress that enough for relationships, for literally anything. Obviously, like we know mental health is a really big part of our lives in general, and it should definitely be taken into account when you're in a relationship. Like, you need to stay aware of yourself, where you're at, which goes the same for the long distance relationships. Like, you do have to know yourself. I think that's the biggest thing that people forget going into a relationship, that just because you like someone doesn't mean you have to be in a relationship with them, especially when you don't know where you personally want to be, or you haven't quite found your groove. Like, we should all have kind of our own path before I think we pick up with somebody else and try to make that one path or a path together somehow. Or are you is your next question about the false allegations question?
Yeah, and it's more of a statement that I feel like I personally follow, and I think it's a good practice.
Okay. Should I say the question first?
Yeah, you can. If
Okay.
You feel comfortable saying
So
the question.
Toast asked Charlie earlier, should women be arrested for false allegations
Surrounding sexual misconduct
surrounding sexual malfeasance?
in the more serious sense. I am only 20, so I've taken a few classes in law, and want to be a lawyer. But the important part is that doesn't matter. I am not a trained professional in law. I am a dumbass, and I have no opinion on that concept because there's so many levels to stuff like that. Like, how can you prove that it's false? That she didn't feel that way, even if it was false? Like, there's so many more steps in terms of like just talking about if prison is a system that works to begin with. Like, there's so many levels that unless you're
my
willing
brain.
unless you're willing to devote your entire life to that one question, it's not worth it to give your opinion. Like, similar to being a Canadian and talking about the US election, it's a hot stove. I don't want to put my hands on it. All right. Like,
That is a
there's
good
just-
fucking answer, Charlie.
there's no
Can we
good way
get
to
some
talk about
exclamation
that.
point clap in the chat for that fucking answer, and also clip it? Wow.
And
So
just really quickly, because I feel like that one's going to be a big discussion. Who should propose first if asked to be girlfriend or boyfriend? Whoever has the confidence. If you love the other person, make a move.
there you
Doesn't
go.
matter if you're a guy or a girl.
Charlie has
Doesn't
all
matter
the
what the other
answers to
person is.
life. Oh, did my stream freeze? Oh, my stream froze. Oh no. What happened?
I don't know.
My stream's frozen.
My take was too hot.
It was. I think I might have pushed something. What do you keep it? Do you keep it spicy in the bedroom? Can they hear us?
They can just hear my voice. They've seen enough of my unshaven face. Oh, they can hear us. There you go.
Okay, so let's see again. Oh, because you know what? I minimized the Discord window and it froze the Discord stream.
Purple Toast, I hope you heard my answer. So you left the stream for a bit, but
I think he came
basically-
back right as you were answering it.
All right, good. To recap, not for me. Thank you.
It's a hot stove. I don't want to put my hands on.
Trained professionals.
Unless, because it was really good the way you phrase it. Unless you're willing to devote your whole life to finding the answer, it's not worth answering. Or is that how you said it? I don't want to.
Yeah.
I'm paraphrasing.
Like, because of the similar with the U.S. election, like there are some topics that, in terms of growing to be an adult, these things that I'm kind of like trying to prepare myself for, there's certain topics where no matter what you say, you're either going to make friends that maybe you don't truly want to be friends with, or you're going to make enemies that you wish you had. Like, it's, some questions are so hostile on both sides that it makes you learn things that maybe you'd never wanted to learn about people. Which is a weird take to have on it, but...
I don't think it's weird. I think it's really just freaking logical.
Yeah, like, I can't change the world on my own. I'm still gonna do my part to be a good person, but I also, like, I don't know, going back to mental health, you need other people, and everybody has shit that's fucked up. Like, they think
Everybody has shit.
they think something's right and it's actually wrong. Everybody's got that. And like,
That's
you don't
true.
necessarily have to know it about everyone. You don't always have to know the dirt. I personally enjoy knowing the dirt, but you don't have to.
Wait, the dirt of what everyone else is doing? Sorry, I kind of zoned out. I was trying to put the question on the screen.
Basically, as someone who's like, I'm very pessimistic, I like to think that everybody's fucked up. And everybody's got that shit that nobody else should realistically know.
It's
Right.
weird because the way everything you're saying right now is like not pessimistic at all. But I'm a realist, okay? Like I say a lot of wacky things, and I do a lot of weird shit, and I have, you know, like unicorns and rainbows and happiness and sparkles. But like, I'm such a fucking realist, y'all. I'm not ever gonna look at something and be like, this should be how I want it. This should be, okay, that's not true. I do that all the time. But it's not, I'm not gonna ever look at something and be like, oh, the world's
That's called
fucked
being
up.
a bad bitch, kids.
Welcome to Lessons on Being a Baddie. Hosted by Liz/Charlie. But yeah, so like, I don't find, oh, sure, maybe a little cynical, but pessimistic I think is a harsh word with a negative connotation. I think you can be, there's a difference between a pessimist and a realist. I think there really is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, everyone has fucked up shit. That's true. Did we miss a couple of questions and I thought they couldn't hear us?
We did.
Okay.
Do you want to just choose some? You can ask me. Put me on the spot.
Okay, let's get with the bedroom.
All right.
Let's go back to being
course.
degenerates.
Right back to the bedroom. No, can I
What
get
do you
some
do to
water?
keep it
I did
spicy
together.
in the bedroom?
Respecting what he, she, or they wants. Because I wish I had a better answer for this, but currently, one of the times that me and who is going to remain completely anonymous, because this would make her feel very uncomfortable, my girlfriend is currently dealing with some sexual experiences of her own that were not so great when we were broken up with. And they've kind of ruined sexual intimacy for her.
Oh no.
And that really sucks, but I feel like spicing up the bedroom is just spicing up the relationship of being a good guy and being like, this is not something that has to be in our relationship right now until you're comfortable with it. But in the past, choking, tying her up.
Oh wow.
I don't know,
So
like
bondage is spicy. I can see
not
that.
I don't know. I don't use that word because there's some stuff where I'm like, well,
Oh, you're not
for
into
me.
it.
It's a little
I get that.
intense. Like, I don't want a whip involved. All right, I don't want whips. Handcuffs are fun. That's my stance.
I
Put it
like
on my
food.
campaign poster.
I'm a food person.
I just get terrible acne. I can't have oil.
I just get terrible. Oh
I
no.
can't have oils in the bedroom because I already have enough oil just on my body as someone with acne.
I don't like sticky stuff. I like food, but I have to be like prepared to be messy.
Oh, so I thought you meant like you don't want sticky food. You're like graham
No.
crackers.
You know those the seaweed bites?
Oh yeah, it's packets of seaweed. Just grind
dump it
up.
on my head. That's hot.
just-
I'm sorry. Charlie's answer was definitely better than mine. Okay. So okay, my personal opinion on keeping things spicy in the bedroom is intimacy outside of the bedroom. Being comfortable with each other, being able to communicate. Because that's the thing is, like, respecting what your partner wants in the bedroom is wonderful. But if you can't communicate with each other what you want, then that's... you can only get so far. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of intimacy in the bedroom, I got a bit of my own take on the situation. Some people will have you believe, you know, tabloids at the supermarket, that a good relationship and one that lasts a really long time depends on a good sex life. And to some people, that makes it seem like sex is a crutch. And I don't think that's necessarily true. And it leads back to what I think you were saying about intimacy outside of the bedroom. Like, sex is great for solving problems. Don't get me wrong, but that's a bad answer to the question. Like, having a fight and then having sex, that one problem may be gone, but the more you do that, the more those problems are gonna overlap. Like, suddenly there's gonna be one time where you guys don't want to have sex, and all of those.
And the fight, the fight is enormous. It's giant. It lasts for days. It's an actual war.
And you're gonna say some shit that you don't want to say, and they don't
really say it. You're so right. Oh my god.
But okay. At the same time, sorry.
No. Go ahead. Finish your thoughts.
There are some instances where you have like a small altercation. It's not even a fight. Fight, I think, in a relationship is something where personal elements get involved that you don't mean. You can have an altercation where it smooths it over at the end. You know what I mean?
Sex smooths it over?
Yeah, like it's not a solution, but it's like we still care about each other and we're still attracted to each other. And it's like it's an easy way to show the other person that it's like, I still want this, I still want you. Shouldn't always be the answer, but sometimes it can be one.
That's really huge though. What you just said is huge. I still want you. You guys, like, people don't understand this, and it's guys, gals, non-binaries alike. Everyone will ask this question at one point, like, what am I doing wrong? Or like, I'm trying to show you that I love you. Why? Like, I'm doing everything, you know? Or like, you'll think that you're putting forth all this effort, but the only question on like their partner's mind is like, do they still want me? That's the only question that you have to answer a lot of the time that confuses people. Do you still want me? And a lot of people in bad relationships are scared to answer that question. They're scared to just be like, I don't know, or this might not be what I want anymore. You know, so you have to like, again, going back to mental health, you have to really just like keep track of where you're at for your partner's sake. You go. No, you go.
No, sorry. After you.
No, I didn't. I was just gonna say we can move on to the next question if you want. So if you.
Yeah. Oh damn. Had a point and just.
See, that's why I said you go.
No, but you had to go. I interrupted. And I do that all the time.
No, you don't. I was literally just saying
It was good too. I had a feeling it was a good thing because you said something and I was like, "Yes, queen," but I forgot completely.
Yes, queen. I was talking about how you have to let your partner know that you still want them, and people in bad relationships.
Yes. You could be dating someone, or even hooking up with them, anything, and you could, in your own head, because we all have these thoughts sometimes, even if you're not somebody who usually doubts themselves, you can have these thoughts where it's like, man, person that I'm with right now is like 8 leagues above me. Like, they're everything I want. But I'm trying to. Even in those cases, that other person can still question whether or not you want them. Like, that's why it's so important to tell them and to show them that you still want them.
Could you repeat could you repeat the very last part of what you said? This
Which
notification. Just the part about what you said right before doing all those things and like still having to let them know?
Oh, no matter how many how many leagues above thing.
Yeah.
No matter how many leagues above you may think that they are, and I'm not saying you do, but it may come in your life at some point. There's still going to be moments where they question if you want them. Like, everybody's self-conscious at some point, especially in a relationship. It's the main time for a person in their life to be like, am I good enough? Is when it comes to love. So it doesn't matter how hot they are, how perfect they are. There's going to come a time where they question if you actually like them or love them or want to be with them or want to continue the marriage, even if it's in a bad place. Like, you gotta show them these things, even if you don't think it's doing anything.
Sometimes it's just as simple as telling them too. And thank you so much, Danny, for that host. Sorry, the notification is so loud and I don't know how to change it. It really makes me
That's okay.
I was like, nobody heard that last part. Yeah, damn. Good answers.
I want to flip one on you.
For me?
I want
Okay.
to ask you a question. Yeah.
Do it.
From Loving Mystique, should a first date be medium romantic atmosphere or can it be cheap like McDonald's atmosphere? And could these choices affect how someone feels about you if you go one way or the other? So I think this is a great question for people who are first getting into dates. Like, oh, what do I do? You know, like, where do I go?
That is
Which
a good
me,
question.
every day. Every day. In a 3-year-long relationship, I still do this. I'm like,
Aw, that means you care. There's one thing that I definitely live by, and even though I live very unapologetically, one of the first lessons in life I ever retained was if you're nervous, it means you care. It means you care. And like, showing somebody that you care, like you just got done saying, is so huge. So I had this talk yesterday with one of my mods when we decided to start this podcast. First dates are so fun, in my personal opinion. We were actually talking about one of my mom's first dates, and he was just like, yeah, well, they didn't go that great. You know, like, never spoke to me again. And the first rule, and pretty much, well, okay, first rule is always be yourself, blah, blah, blah. But
that's garbage.
But,
Never be yourself.
Propaganda. But so yes, you should definitely be yourself, but the rule of any social interaction in general, especially in first dates, is to be interesting to that person, you have to be interested. To be interesting, you have to be interested. So basically that means, like, obviously not just active listening is huge, so huge. Listening to what they're saying instead of just like waiting for your turn to speak and say what you want to say. A really good practice is like repeating back to someone what they said, because that's more for you than it is for them. It shows them that you're listening, that you care, which obviously if you're doing that you should, but it's more for like you, like, okay, Charlie, say anything to me.
You know, like, I'm streamed in a few days, and like I'm worried about keeping a schedule because I'm not great at being consistent, and like I murdered someone last night, and you know, like, so I'm worried about the stream.
Okay. Oh, you haven't streamed in a few days, but so you're worried about the consistency. That makes sense. I hope the murder didn't happen on stream.
See, you know, if you're gonna test your relationship, which is a terrible thing, never do it. But if you want to test them, sneak in a little something like that.
Yeah. So connecting on response levels is huge. Like humor. Never worry that someone is going to think you're weird. You have to get rid of this. If you're going on a first date, you have to get rid of this fear of being judged. Because, like, you made it this far to a first date, which, like, nowadays really isn't saying much, if I'm being honest. Because you can be anybody on the internet. Okay, let me read this question again. Should a first date be romantic or cheap? And could these choices affect how someone feels? So, it should always be a conversation is my answer to that. It should never be... Okay, fuck. You gotta read people. If you're talking to somebody before you go on a first date, you should first figure out if they're the type of person who likes being told what to do. Like, doesn't make a lot of decisions, which in my personal opinion is annoying.
Talk about spicing up the bedroom.
Yeah, okay, are they a sub or dom? No, I'm just kidding. I'm a sub. Okay, anyway. But you want to make sure that they're comfortable with you calling the shots. And if they are not, like, because you'll get that sense from somebody right away, I think. Maybe not so much through text. I'm pretty good at drawing it out of people because I'm a very social creature. Like,
You can
I mean,
pick
we all
up
are.
certain cues.
And yes, you can pick stuff up. Like, I don't know, people who say stuff like, just do it. Like, it's
Yeah,
it's
like,
obviously
okay,
a joke.
maybe I will do it.
Maybe I will
like,
do it.
maybe.
Yeah. It's obviously a joke, but those people know what they're doing. They're actually telling someone to do something. Like, whether you know it or not, it's not something that you should use like in a malicious way or anything. But you can get a sense for people. Do they want you to plan the date? Do they want to be a part of planning the date with you? Like for me, I'm pretty sub. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty hopelessly romantic, even though people know that like I'm loud and obnoxious and I like calling the shots, I guess, which is, I don't know what stream is for, to let out all my weird tendencies basically. So thanks for being here for that. But when it comes to a romantic relationship, I don't like constantly having to make decisions. I like sure, I like being a part of the conversation sometimes, but for the most part, I would like for my partner to just be like, hey, I cooked a meal, or I'm cooking a meal, and I have this movie picked out for us. I would love that. And that's something personal that maybe people wouldn't think about my personality. But again, like, if you're getting to know me, if you're in a relationship with me, like, you would know. Especially because I'm the type of person who would just tell you. I would literally say that. I would just like, can you just like plan a date night sometime? That'd be super hot. Like, I can help you if you want, but like, I like surprises, so most people don't like surprises, I feel like. I love surprises.
I'm whatever with surprises, and that's the problem. So like,
You're just so
sometimes a
mellow.
surprise will happen, and because I'm mellow, like, I am truly shocked. But I will speak like this.
You
I'm
just
like,
can't
oh my god,
tell.
I can't believe it. Like, this is wild. Like, I don't change that much.
So
Like,
one
I could be living right now, or I could be super sad. It's gonna be the same.
you're still like the same. So the biggest thing again for that is just like, it's key. I don't know if you're alluding to the fact that you and your partner have ever had problems about this, but if you have, I would say again, the communication in that is huge. What you can do is obviously iterate that to them. Like, yeah, I'm pretty mellow, which obviously your partner knows about you. But repetition, finding way, because I do the same thing. Like, I do it with stream. Something really cool will happen, and like, I'm not always like, I have a lot of energy, but you know, if like a bunch of subs happen and I'm just like really zoned out and I'm just like, oh shit, like a bunch of subs, and I'll be so excited, but I'm also like in the middle of doing something else and I'm like, fuck, like I feel like I just didn't give that enough attention or whatever. Like, the best thing you can do is just like repeat, like reiterate, and just be like, that was amazing, like that was awesome.
Yeah.
Or like, this is so neat, or point out something else about it. Like, always look for, basically what you want to do is like ask yourself one question and find 7 different ways to answer it. So it's like this one, like going off of just like being excited for something your partner did. Like say your partner got you tickets to your favorite band concert and you're stoked.
I love bands and concerts.
Same. And you're stoked AF, right? And you're like, oh wow, thanks, babe. And that's
This
exactly how
actually
you
did
respond.
happen. But then my old friend Corona canceled the concert. So.
This bitch, fucking heck.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen Corona lately? She looking like a hoe. But yeah. So
Nasty.
say this happens. Nasty. So your partner gives you tickets to your favorite show, and you just can't. You're so excited. This came out of nowhere. It's not even your birthday or anything. So like, no surprises expected. And you're just like, holy shit. Like, you know, you're just like, wow, thanks. And then like, say that's exactly how you responded. Wow, thanks. So it's your job to wow, thanks. And then just come up with a few other like, wow, like, oh, where'd you find these tickets? Or, you know, I didn't even know. Or that was really nice of you. Just like find like 5 different ways maybe to say thank you to the same thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But for different reasons, like complimenting the person, saying how much you love the band. Because you could be so mellow and you could look them dead in the eye and be like,
Still
you
make it
know
a
how much I
conversation.
love this band. And they're going to be like, that instantly is going to give them calm and be like, yes, I did. Even though they don't look super excited, they are. You know, like they feel that.
Yeah.
So like intention is everything. being mellow is fine just as long as your intentions are good. And I feel that about you. Like, I know you say you're really mellow, but I also feel like I met you when you were like hopped up on White Claw, so.
That's true. Okay, that's one thing. I'm not drinking anymore.
Oh, ever? What happened?
No, I mean, come on, not ever. I'm absolutely gonna be pounding Merlot at some point in my life, but I'm taking a bit of a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a drinking break. I've taken, I think, in the last 3 years, about like 7 or 8.
Oh.
I'm cruising, you know. We're getting
just
we're
living.
getting down. Yeah.
Green said, I end my demons the first day they come. I don't know what that means. Sorry, I'm not caught up on chat at all.
It meant like I read it a while ago because I'm cruising trying to load up questions. They
Yeah.
also asked if I would let my girlfriend peg me.
I saw that.
Oh man. So this is the problem. Like, you'd have to find like the perfect situation in that moment. At least how I think of it. Because I do sometimes think of a relationship like a fucking robot, where I'm like, what is my level of love today? It's feeling like about 63%. You'd have to catch me on a day where it's like 100. And I'm feeling like so generous. Because I never want it to happen, but I love people more than myself.
I feel that. See, I'm kind of I'm more persuasive in that way. Where it's like I will like make a chart of like, here's a list of pleasures you will receive from this action. Here's the cons. Like I'll do like
I'm worried about the cons. I know
well,
that I might come. I don't care. I don't want
No,
my
but the
ass
con
to
will
be
say
missing.
you will disappoint me. That's all it will say.
Oh, you're brutal.
Yeah, I know.
That's hurtful. 'Cause you never want to disappoint them, and
Here's
then
all
you
the
get-
positives. Here's the
you
cons.
get pegged.
That's not a negative thing. Come on, y'all.
It's a
Who's
negative
with
thing
me?
for me.
Who's with me? Come
I'm
on.
a Virgo, by the way. I don't know if you could tell.
I couldn't. I could a little. Okay.
Also, Greens has some great questions, but I want a clarification on this one. Do you have that one friend that's ride or die? Do you mean like I would ride or die for them? Or they, like that's how they look at their life? Because I have different answers for those questions.
You would.
Because to be honest, I mean, some of my friends do stupid shit, and I'm gonna tell them it's stupid, and I might not do it.
Cause you gotta live,
Them
right?
for you.
That's a hard. Damn. I always say the same thing. Like I'll be like, I ride for my friends. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't say ride. I'm not a fucking race car. I will say, like I'm down for you. If I'm down for you, I'm fucking down for you. I've said that so many times in my life. Like not specifically to people, but just like something I live by. Like if I'm down for you, I'm fucking down for you. Like I will help you hide a body. But I don't. But also, would I? Because there's so many
it's a
different
question.
circumstances. I watched How to Get Away with Murder. Okay, I watched that whole show, and I know there's probably a lot of things that are not accurate in that show whatsoever. But it raises a lot of moral questions. Like, would you actually go to jail for this person? And at the end of the day, I feel like my answer would be like no, because then I'd be in jail. And if I don't go to the jail, this person goes to jail for something that they did, which is justice. Like, don't do stupid shit. But at the same time, if I love them a bunch, then I'm like, just take me to jail. They didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. So
You know what I mean?
they're presenting us with the situation that our friend is in a fight.
Okay.
You know, we're at the club. the party's going. You know, like the beat is blaring. No COVID, or COVID, and we're all just wearing masks. We're
No
in masks
COVID.
at the club. Someone puts their mask down, and they're like, "You're a bitch," and you get into a fight, or they get into a fight. Are you gonna like join them?
Well,
Are you
who called
joining in
who
on
a
the fight? I
bitch?
feel like I'm gonna stop it
Yeah.
before I'm not just gonna pull up and be like,
Start throwing punches.
"Oh, like what if I misheard them?"
Did you say, what if I hurt them?
No, what if I misheard
Oh,
them?
misheard them.
Like, I'm not gonna punch somebody over an accident. Like, are you kidding me? How am I supposed to apologize for that? Sorry, man. I thought you called my friend a bitch. Didn't say, hey, is your name Mitch? Oh,
I guess not. Fuck.
Talk to my friend again. Dumbass, his name is John. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh
No,
my god.
I'm breaking up the fight. I'm going, chill, alright?
If
This
they were
isn't
in a
worth it.
fight. That's hard because like I have ride or die bitch vibes. I feel like I would assess the situation first and be like, what's the reason for this fight? If actually some girl just came out of nowhere and called my friend a bitch, I would be the first one to like turn around and be like, I'm sorry, the fuck did you just say?
Oh, handsome.
No, but I don't, my words are like fucking katanas, bro. I've never used my fists for anything besides like, you know, pegging. No,
Of course.
I'm
Can
kidding.
you peg with your fist?
But I will say on the topic of relationships, ride or die is huge, like a huge theme in my life. You know, I grew up watching those fucking Fast and the Furious movies, you know?
Of course.
So like
Everything for family, Vin.
yeah, I don't got friends, I got family. And like whenever what's up, Matt?
You know what? I'm gonna throw a hot take in here. I have family. I have friends too. All right, not everybody's family.
Not
I have
everybody's
friends.
family. No, that's true. But I mean, whenever I was when I was getting married when I was little.
Oh, of course. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so when I was like turning 21, I was supposed to be getting married and I didn't end up getting married. But I remember thinking to myself, like sitting in the car with this person and being like, he's not ride or die. Like it doesn't necessarily need to be us against the world, but like I was like, this person is not ride or die. I can't commit to this. And like the breakup was mutual. And like I've been engaged a couple times since then was just kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
But I think in relationships, it goes back to trust. It's so important to, without even hesitation or without having to think about it, know that you trust your partner and know that they trust you. Like that's two different levels. You know that you trust your partner. Do you know that they trust you, like beyond a shadow of a doubt?
Yeah. 21 is too young to get married. Sometimes, not always.
Yeah,
it
it
depends.
really depends on the people.
Yeah.
And I mean, I grew up in Minnesota, so I didn't have my first boyfriend until I was 19. He died, and then I got engaged to
What?
somebody else.
That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm not laughing at that. I just like the way
No,
I said it was
I-
so stupid.
Yeah. then
He
it's-
did.
You know, it's when you throw something out there that maybe you should have braced people for.
Right.
It happens.
But yeah, he was a cool dude. Sadness.
Oh man, it's a terrible joke.
Just say it.
I was like, man, I can't believe you dated Mac Miller. That's crazy.
Oh, I did date Mac Miller before. No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
No,
fuck?
God. Oh, R.I.P. Mac. But he was a lot. The guy, my first boyfriend, was a lot like Mac Miller.
Really?
Very cool. Yeah, very just like good dude. And he just was really sad. But anyway, we actually broke up before he passed away, but like we were still friends because he was a good dude. Anyway, so I like still kind of had feelings for him, but I was like, I'll move on. And then I found out like later that he died.
Oh. That's
Um,
terrible.
Yeah. So, and he was 23, I think. No, he wasn't even that old. Maybe 22. Yeah, he was very young. My first boyfriend was very bad. But yeah.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
BRB for a second.
I'll tell Chad about my.
Do it. Yes.
I don't know. We'll change the
That's
topic.
bad.
Let's see. Saying goes, oh, blood thicker than water. Some people misconstrue it. The full saying is, the blood of the coven is thicker than the water of the womb, meaning that. Oh my God, Mondo, that is so true. My dad talks about that all the time. The blood of the coven is thicker than the water of the womb, meaning the bonds that you make with people are stronger than the blood of family. Yeah, it is really weird. Honestly, I gotta unplug this real quick. You're gonna lose sound. Honestly, it is really strange that got misconstrued into literally the exact opposite. By the way, what's up, Matthew? How you doing, dude? Welcome to our first ever dating podcast. where we're going on dates with all the single men. Oh, hey Charlie.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers? I said this is our dating podcast where I'm actually interviewing you to be my boyfriend.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, guys.
I try my. I'm taking all e-boy applications through my vagina.
I'm not an e-boy. How dare you?
Charlie, of course you're not an e-boy. That's why it's
I'm wearing a
funny.
white shirt.
Oof, kind of James Dean e-boy vibes.
I wish.
I wish.
Truly.
No, really, I see them. I see the James Dean vibes. I don't think I've ever not seen you in a white shirt, if I'm being honest. So.
Oh,
there's
shit.
that.
She's noticed that I've been wearing the same shirt for weeks.
I'm just very perceptive. Don't think I like you about it. That I noticed
Okay.
your haircut and your t-shirts. Dang, that's my kryptonite. Anyway, I want a person have my back 100%. Oh, so Mondo pointed out something interesting. I don't know if you knew this. The
didn't.
saying that blood is thicker than water is actually the opposite. Because the full saying is the blood of the coven is thicker than the water of the womb, meaning that the bonds you form outside of family are stronger
that's
bonds.
True.
Which is
I agree
also,
with that one.
yeah. So it's just, I just think it's funny how that got completely turned around, and it's always like, blood's thicker than water, blood's thicker than water. Matthew, you got your ride or die in the back seat. That's your son. Love that. Kids are huge. Wow, kids are crazy. Having kids
I
is
know,
a whole
right?
nother
I have
story.
6.
You have 6 kids?
I do. Yeah.
Wow. How old are they?
They're all 24.
Wow.
Yeah.
You lucked out. 6
know.
kids the age of 24, older than you.
6 kids, and they all have my name too.
Wow. Are
I
they
have-
Among Us
I just have
characters?
I have 6 clones.
6 clones. Why are they 24? That doesn't even make sense.
Because they tried. It's like an iPhone. Like I'm like the iPhone 12, and then all of them are like iPhone 3s. I'm the updated version.
But they're older than you.
What?
Didn't you say they were 24?
Yeah. I'm the newest iPhone.
Oh. Oh. That took me a minute. Okay. Hi, I'm Liz. I'm Stupid Head.
No,
Okay.
I'm Liz.
Oh, yeah,
Liv.
you're Liz. I'm right. Okay, so the segment is called I Should Go Back to Bed. Right?
Oh, when I'm on?
Yes.
Yeah. I should. I was a little tired today.
Well,
And I
now
did
you're
have
awake because
caffeine.
we're talking about pegging and murder.
No.
Big blank was when I was younger.
Oh,
Oh,
they
you
were
were a
sloot.
slut.
No, they were sloot.
He loved the sloots. I mean, everyone was a
Um,
big slut when they're younger, right, Charlie?
Not me.
Charlie knows.
I was not.
You haven't lived yet, that's why. You're so young that you haven't reached
It's true, I haven't
younger.
even gotten to those years yet.
You're so young, you haven't reached the years that we consider younger. Oh yeah, back to my story about being behooved. What was I trying to say?
What is a behoove? Oh,
I don't
betrothed.
know. Yeah, betrothed is the word I was looking for. And I said behooved. I might be behooved to be betrothed someday. Being engaged. Oh, we were talking about ride or die. So, trust is a huge thing in that. And then also, in relationships, you should be able to answer those questions. If you're having a hard time answering those questions, again, like communication is key. I think the one thing that you guys will get a lot from this podcast is that we're just going to talk about the fundamentals of relationships. Charlie, I don't know. Charlie's out here flexing on us with some
What do you mean?
rock solid relationships status and advice. So this has been a wonderful segment. Do we have any more questions? I don't even know how long have we been doing this, actually. I feel like hour-long segments are probably good. Oh, what's up? Yo, Lincoln's here. Lincoln, welcome to our first episode of Dating Advice from Charlie. We really need a good name for the podcast.
I mean, I like the Poodcast. That's
Ooh, green set Poodcast. Yeah, Liv's
Um,
Poodcast. This
Green's
is good.
got some great questions.
Greens has great questions. Please be here every Friday for these.
What if your parental figures don't like the person you're with? I don't know. How much do you like your family?
Blood or water?
Realistically, that's personal preference. I think it's like what as a person do you value the most? Personally, for me, I think it's I don't know. It's more important that I like my partner than my parents. Like,
I feel the same way, actually, and I've said that a lot of the time. I'm like, you're not dating them, I am, and if you love me, then you're gonna respect me and my decisions. Like, fuck's sake. Like, you can tell I've had this conversation before. My parents have not liked a single person I have ever dated, except for the most.
Basketball was your dream, Dad, not mine.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I want to be an artist.
I want to be an actress. God, I've said that to my dad too. I don't want to work on a factory line and have a good fucking benefits and a mortgage. I want to live, Dad. Daddy issues. Oh, gotta love it.
Yeah.
Dr. BET, what's that?
Oh no, the Outcast is saying bet they want you to date a doctor.
Oh, bet. Oh, they were saying BET like the music channel.
No, he's throwing
Thank
a
you for
fat
being here to clarify
on
chat,
that.
because apparently I'm an idiot.
I speak Zoomer.
Oh, nice. I also, no cap. I also speak Zoomer.
On God, no cap.
On God, no cap. I learned a new one called no bap. Sometimes when you say that when you're being really goofy.
Boy ass pussy.
Wap, wap, wap. Boy ass pussy. That sounds really wrong. That actually sounds really wrong.
It is.
Okay, Greens has a clarification, I think. Let's put it this way. The person that takes care of you your whole life, or the person you suck off? Well, who's asking you to choose?
I would say that depends on your relationship with your family. Like, not everybody can say the same, sadly, that your family is a collection of people that take care of you for your whole life. So, in some people's cases, they're fortunate enough to have that, and then it is that discussion. But for others, it's that their partner means more than that, and has actually, in fact, been doing that, including sucking.
There you
off.
go. As answered by Charlie himself. We love your brain, Charlie.
Not to be like an actually kind of guy, but just to put it in a different perspective.
I like actually better than devil's advocate.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding. Anyway, I mean, I'm not kidding, but anyway. Virgin ears that repeats everything in this car. Oh no, what's happening? Can he hear us? Oh, yikes. I was reading Green's chat. Sorry, this is an 18+ stream, Matthew. But yeah, that's really huge. Is like, cause we
like Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite. Okay, thank you so much for stopping in. Sorry about that, dude. Sorry, little Matthew. Little baby Matthew. Yeah. So I guess I relate to what you said. Just, I feel like you're not speaking from personal experience. You're just saying this, but
I try to be objective. Yeah, like my personal experience.
It sounds very objective, and I really appreciate that. Greens would like to have a 3-way with you.
I don't like what 3-ways put in terms of a dynamic for the relationship.
See, true.
That's a personal one. I think that there are relationships where that absolutely works. I don't think I'm a person who can have a relationship like that.
Yeah, I think it's another
He
thing
wants
that
the quad. You get
the
it?
quad?
Four and up, like a Lego set, right?
That would work, right? Because then nobody's unhappy.
Yeah. Well, also, it's like, when it gets to 4, this is my personal thing, right? This is my weird deconstruction. When it comes to 4, isn't it like, couldn't we just do this in separate rooms? like pair off and just do this like.
But it's more fun with friends. Imagine all the parts, all the pieces, and all the jiggly parts just everywhere are hanging around.
But see, in my head, this is what I do. I think about these things and I'm like, okay, let's say that happened. You and your boo have any preference, and then your friend and theirs. What starts happening is these conversations of like, oh, well, I happen to notice that they were doing this thing and you never do that for me. And it's like, oh, well, I mean, could have kept it in separate rooms.
Could have kept it in separate rooms. This is what you wanted. I don't know.
Sorry, I had a joke, but if you're going to say something serious.
Go.
When Greens mentioned a 10-way, I think the only proper way to do that is for 10 guys to complete like a full circle. A closed loop, if you will.
A nice circle jerk for you. Is that what you want?
Oh, what no, I meant like dick to ass, like complete the circle.
Oh, that's way kinkier. What does your arm say?
Oh, it's my family's motto. It means fortune favors the bold.
Cool. Is it in Latin? Oh, I knew it. I have Latin on my hand, but it's not real. I mean, it is real Latin. It is real Latin.
The whole language is fake.
Yes. Well, I mean, it is dead.
Yeah, I guess. It's not dead anymore. It's on my arm.
True, because you're a living being. We're all living beings. Oh my god, you guys. 5-head human centipede. Gross. I can't. Okay, this took a turn. Let's get off the topic of tensomes.
Right.
Do you have any questions for me?
I just have a general question. Maybe Chat can answer this too. You know, some give and take.
Okay, question for everyone.
What's your guys' feelings on gifts surrounding like the big holidays, like for relationships, Valentine's Day and Christmas and stuff like that? Like, is it an expectation? When does it become an expectation? If it's after a certain point, like. How, in your personal experiences, how do gifts factor into?
In my personal experiences, it has always been a conversation. Gifts, I hate to admit it, but is like one of my love languages. It's how I show people I care about them, and like when people give me things, I'm just like, you must really care about me. You got me this gift. Like, I know it's not logical. But it's just kind of always been that way because, like, my parents were kind of absent growing up. Oof, getting deep already. But their way of being like, we're still here is, like, giving gifts. So, like, I don't know. It's, like, your way of being in my family, I guess. Like, our way of being seen. So it, like, kind of inherently became a way that I speak romantically in relationships. But it's always been a conversation. Every person I've dated... You don't have to get me anything. I hate when people say that. I fucking hate it. I hate it. Please, you guys, if you don't take anything away from this besides Charlie's great face, do not, for the love of God, tell somebody who wants to get you a gift that they don't have to give you anything. It's like, you might as well just be like you might as well just tell them like how they want to show their appreciation to you doesn't matter. Just say that, it'd be easier. You can end the relationship sooner. Okay, that's my actually just my personal opinion. But
no, I think that's a great answer.
Yeah, it should definitely be a conversation. Like I know there's whoa. Mondo coming in with the sub to Mad Brad, the Mad Lad. What's up? Thank you so much for that, Mondo. 224 gifted subs in the chat. Let's go. Thank you so much, Mondo. What was that for? But I think you should always have a conversation, and I personally would not be in a relationship, I don't think, that would, like, agree to just not give gifts. Because I just love giving them. Even if I don't buy something, I will write you a poem, I'll write you a song, I will handcraft you some arts. Like, I will give you something. Like, I can't not give something. It doesn't matter if it's, like, expensive or something. Also, I think on the same topic, like, giving expensive gifts can be a lot different than giving a heartfelt gift. And
Yeah.
I think people who don't speak, like, the language of gifts don't understand that. So, like, they'll give you expensive shit and be like, don't you like it? You should be grateful, you know? And you're like, yeah, of course, this is amazing. This is really expensive. Like, wow. And, like, it doesn't mean as much because it's not something that was thought about, you know?
Yeah, like the only thought was this costs a lot.
Yeah. And that's how it was received as well. Like, intention is everything, especially when it comes to gifts. I'm going to read some of chat's answers.
Mando brought up a good point, which makes me want to rephrase how I asked the question.
Okay. So read Outcast Havoc first. My family's big. I would go broke if I gave everyone gifts. I understand that. I have a lot of family in a lot of different places too. So like I select only like one portion of my family to give gifts to every year because I'm the same way. Like there's no way I could give gifts to every single person. But again, that's part of like there's a level of relationship there, you know? Like I'm gonna give gifts to like my mom and my dad and my brother and sisters, you know, like that's the best I can do sometimes, you know. But Mondo's answer, they shouldn't rely on those holidays, they should be given year round. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a good point. You have to do it on those holidays. No one should ever feel obligated to give gifts on a holiday. And like I know what Mondo means because I'm this, like I said, I speak in gifts. So like if I'm just really feeling some type of way about somebody, we'll just give them a gift. There's no reason. There's no holiday, there's no birthday. I'll just like, I got you this. This made me think of you and I got you this. Or I made this for you. So how did you want to rephrase your question?
What I was going to say, I guess, is considering a situation, just completely hypothetical. Like, I'm just asking questions to see how people react at this point. You're in a relationship where gifts are more of a year-round thing. That's typically what I do as well. It's like, I just want to get you a gift now. It doesn't matter what day it is. But then you don't get a gift on the holiday. Like it's more of a year-round thing, and it's putting less pressure on Christmas and Valentine's Day specifically. Are you inclined, or is it acceptable for your partner to be inclined to be upset if they don't get a gift specifically on that day?
I feel like for me, it would be the opposite. Like, if we're someone who gives, like, little gifts all year round, then I like to give, like, really big gifts on those days. So, like, yeah, I would be upset if, like, someone was giving me gifts and then, like, on the day where you're, like, supposed to give gifts, I hate to say that, but on a day where you're supposed to give gifts, like, I got a gift for Easter this year.
A classic Easter gift, you know?
Classic Easter gift. But...
Hello?
on a holiday where you're like supposed to get gifts and we haven't talked about like, oh, because we give all these gifts, is it okay if we don't like get anything this year or whatever? Like I think it should always be a conversation. Yes, mom hype, let's go. You're like, yes, hello. Hello. But yeah, for me, I guess maybe because I'm a brat and I grew up like receiving a lot of gifts, I do get kind of like bummed out if I don't get a gift on a certain holiday or like on a gift holiday.
Fair enough.
I mean, I get gifts on Mother's Day and I'm not even a mom.
Hey, any day's a good day for a gift.
Yeah. Well, I usually get flowers on Mother's Day even though I'm not a mom. So,
Okay.
I like gifts. Valerie doesn't like Christmas. That's a sad story. Why don't you like Christmas, Val?
What's your favorite holiday? Not related at all to these.
Mine's Christmas, so kind of related. Mondo's is Halloween.
Yes, Mondo. Feel my spooky spirit.
My spooky spirit. That's so funny because Coda's favorite favorite holiday is Halloween too, and he's also a Virgo, which I don't think that even means anything, but
Virgos love Halloween.
Virgos love
They're also
Halloween.
really cute. Greens asks, if you break up, do you take back the gift? Also, Val, I'm really sorry to hear that. That sucks. My condolences for your loss.
That is really sad. Can we get some huggies for Val, please?
So that's a good question. Do you take back gifts?
I think that's Indian giving, so no. Oh, that's such a bad term. I'm so sorry. That was an ancient term. I haven't said that in a long time. I used to call my mom that. I used to call my mom Indian giver.
I mean, U.S.
Yeah.
More okay there than over here.
Yikes. Okay, so here's my personal opinion. If you give someone a gift, you gave it to them, like, with a good heart, if that makes sense. Because like I said, I'm very deeply connected to my gifts. I sometimes treat my stuffed animals like real people. I'm not, like, connected to objects. I just feel really hard. So, like, if I give you a gift, it wasn't because you did something for me or just because we were in a relationship. I gave you a gift because it was something that made me think of you and I thought you should have. So, like, just because we're breaking up doesn't mean I think you deserve that thing that reminded me of you any less. You know what I mean? And I guess my reasoning for that is that I get a lot of gifts. So, like, if I break up with someone and they try to take back, like, everything they gave me, I'm gonna be like,
no,
you
dude.
gave this to me. You bought this knowing full well that I would have this. So, like, you're just gonna take it back because why? And for what reason? Like, especially if it's stuff that, like, you can't do anything with. Like, imagine buying a hair iron for, like, your girlfriend and you break up. And you're like, I'm taking back the iron I bought you. And
I'm growing the flow out.
I'm growing the hair out. You can't stop, but now all the bitches are gonna want me. But, like, yeah, it's like you don't have any use for something that you already have given to them, in my personal opinion. Unless it's, like, something really expensive, like an engagement ring, say.
Yeah?
I've had an engagement ring. I returned it. I returned it for $2,000. Because I asked, do you want this back? And it was only $2,000. Like, we were just kids. And then I asked, do you want this back? And he said no, so I just went and returned it. They're like, oh, we need the receipt. And I was like, oh, yeah, can I get the receipt for the ring?
What if you were proposed to with an engagement ring that was a family heirloom?
Definitely give that back.
No, but it was given to someone else before. Like, they had proposed to somebody else with the same ring. Is that a problem?
No, it's tradition. I think
I threw my ring in the lake. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck that guy or girl.
Oh, yeah, she literally just broke up with her fiance today. Damn it, Valerie, I'm so sorry. Babe, I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry if some of the stuff was hitting really close to home, but I hope we're helping out with a bit of stuff.
Yeah, Havoc. Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's heavy. It does get heavy. But relationships are heavy. So much shit revolves around our relationships to other people, and most people. I mean, I won't say who, but I've been talking to someone like recently, who's just been so stressed out this past week over a relationship, you know, and it's just like it drives their every thought. Everything they think about is this person. You know, so like being, don't fall apart on me, babe. We got you. We got you, Val. We're here for you, okay? You can feel free to DM me anytime, and I'm sure there's plenty of people who would love to speak with you as well if you need someone to talk to, okay? Don't ever forget that. We are here for you. And relationships are people's whole lives, you know? Like, they say that you shouldn't live for other people or anything like that. They even say that about kids. Like, you shouldn't just, like, live for your kids. Your only life purpose shouldn't be to, like, take care of your kids or something.
Who are you to tell me how to live? You know?
Yeah.
Some things maybe don't always work out, but, like, jeez, guys, let me breathe, you know?
Let me do what I want. Yes, we are very, like, please do what you want here. I mean, I usually am pretty stern about things that I feel like are detrimental to people's health, but for the most part, I'm just like, I'm not going to tell anybody how to live. I never have unless somebody has asked me. I've literally never said, like, do this or be this way unless someone has, like, asked me my personal opinion. And yet, like, you'll find, you know, and, like, I notice that you do it too, but you'll find that I just say, like, this is, like, my personal opinion, this is what I think, or this is how I live personally. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know, some people don't live like that, so.
COVID really changed everything this year. You know, motivation for next year is about to be, I mean, let's hope it's next year. I don't know.
We don't actually know.
Yeah, like, I don't want to get all down about it, but don't also get your hopes too high. I'll say that.
You are a realist.
Oh, like I used to categorize myself as that, but then at some points I was like, no, sometimes you're just a grouch. You're just a grouchy guy.
No,
It's
you're
always
not. You're just a realist. You can't say that because then that would mean that sometimes I'm just a grouch. Actually, you're right.
Sometimes you just have grouchy days, and there's nothing wrong.
I
with
say that. I'm like, sometimes I'm just a bitch. But like, I mean, you know those days. We all have those days. But I still do consider myself a realist. I don't think I'm... I used to like strive to be an optimist.
That's
But
hard.
just like blind optimism is not healthy. In my personal opinion, my realistic opinion, blind optimism is not healthy. Pessimism can go suck a fuck. Like, I'm right. I'm somewhere in between, and I'm not apologizing for it. That's where I am with that.
Oh man, I'm just reading or piecing together Val's story right now, and jeez.
Oh, she did say she was mad at a lot of people.
Also, Outcast, I don't think there's anything wrong with being an optimist. I think it's very hard. So like, if you are optimistic, keep it for as long as you can. Like, it's a gift to be able to look at the bright side of all these situations, and people are gonna want you around, and like they're gonna want somebody who's optimistic because I don't know.
Do you want
it's
a
hard.
tip to be optimistic? I had 2 tips for being optimistic. 1, always think about the future. Basically, like, consider everything temporary, even the good things. Now that's the realist in me. Okay, consider everything temporary, and also being grateful. You look so beautiful. Oh, thank you, my brother. How are you today? I love you. Mana. So you have to always be looking towards the future, or realizing that your situations are temporary, and then also being grateful for not just what you have, but what you've been through. What you've been through that's made you, what you've been through that's hurt you and taught you what it truly means to be happy, because without pain, without hurt, you can't have those feelings of joy without knowing that sadness. You know, every light casts a shadow, and that's like me in the middle. That's the realist in me. But like, optimism can be easy, but in my personal opinion, it can also lead to problems sometimes. Hey, welcome back, Grace. How are you, Gracie? What's up today? Yes, Breach. We're just watching Charlie text.
Yeah, sorry, my girlfriend. I might have to dip early.
Yeah, that's
See
fine.
if
I
there's
mean,
something important going on.
yeah, I was thinking we should probably just wrap up anyway. We kind of asked all our questions.
Val,
A lot
that's
of
not the
really
answer.
good questions.
I don't know if it's a cathartic thing, but it's not the answer to think about like that. All right, and that's my last message before I hop out of the Discord.
My final
Thank you so much
message.
for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Can we get some claps in the chat, please, for Charlie? Valerie, please just DM me, or DM one of my mods. We are here for you, baby. We are awesome. Val is a little heartbroken right now, so hugs for Val, claps for Charlie, and thumbs up for fucking rock and roll. Thank you so much.
Thumbs up for the Poodcast.
Thanks, for the Poodcast. Charlie, you are an amazing human being, and I'm so happy and honored to have you here on the show and to pick your brain a little bit, which I'm super into in a very platonic way. You have a great brain, and I very much
I'd love to
appreciate it.
do it again.
Yeah,
Not enough people.
we're gonna do, like, eventually we'll have like a bunch of peoples. Who knows? We can have
Cool.
reunion days.
Peanut
I mean,
gallery.
you seem to be, yeah, we will have a peanut gallery. You seem to be in a pretty solid place, you know, but you're aware of your ups and downs. So I appreciate you sharing with us, and I know it takes a lot for people to come on and just like hang out. So we really appreciate you doing that, and we freaking love you here. We love you here,
Alright.
dude.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, have a
I'll
good
go
rest
back
of
to
your
working
night.
now.
Okay, good night.
All right, see ya. Bye.
We did it, everybody. We did a thing. I'm here. There I am. Oh, here I am. What's up? That was a beautiful, beautiful podcast. Oh, we just had like an hour-long podcast, Mana, about relationships and dating advice. So every Friday we're gonna do. That was nice, Greens. Your insight, your questions, Danny, Mondo. Thank you so much, everybody, for your input. That was freaking rock solid. I loved your questions. Yeah. So we're gonna have one person on every Friday. Mana, if you would like to come, you are more than welcome. We'll make sure that we coordinate times with you. I would love to pick your brain about relationship stuff. Just get your good vibes in here. People ask questions, and it's kind of like an interview segment. We got a little off topic just because, or here and there, just because like that was not structured at all. It was very candid. I made the announcement today that we were going to be switching over towards a dating advice relationship channel. And Charlie is a good dude. He's in a solid place, it seems like. So like, always happy to have that perspective. Yeah, I should probably take this out. Here we go. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I would love to have more of you on. And then I want to do so I'm thinking like every third week. So like next week we'll have one new person, and then every third week we'll try and do like a reunion segment where everybody who's been on and can make it will like be on again, and we'll just like catch up with them in 2 weeks, see what they're doing, if their relationship has changed, or like bring it on, let's go. Yeah, catch up with them, see how their love life is still doing, if they've learned anything new, if they took anything away from the podcast. I probably wouldn't say that Charlie took anything away from this, like, dating advice-wise, but he was definitely a solid, couldn't have asked for a better first candidate. That was a ton of fun, and I love you guys for being here for that and for participating. So, yeah, every Friday, we're going to have short story reading and 1 hour of I need to go back to bed with Liv, or whatever. So the title is a work in progress. What the fuck did I eat?